Howdy, howdy, how are you? Hashtag life, health, wealth, life day 109, I believe. 109 or maybe 110. Who knows? Who cares? It's all good in the hood. So we're trying a different camera angle today. Let's see how we get on and see if that projects a little bit better. So I'm going to take just 4 minutes to deliver this. So listen in, let's strap in and let's get this done. So yesterday we talked about having more of a positive mindset. So you're looking at the opportunities and the difficulties, or the difficulties and the opportunities. Have a look at that if you didn't catch that video. And the second thing is I just want to move on that. So there's a study been done by those beautiful scientists, you know, the stuff they get up to. So the stuff been done, but they're looking at EKG and ECG. So they look at your brain waves and they look at your heart. And if you actually sit there, focus on your heart, take some deep breaths, and after a period of time of focusing on your heart and focusing on something positive, what they find is the two brain waves that are being looked at, the EKG, ECG, they actually combine, they actually mimic each other. So that's changing the way you feel and the way you think by choice. And what that means is you change the way you feel, you change your experience of what you're having in life. So that's where we have a little bit of power over our whole experience. Now, this whole week is about lifestyle, and the first big chunk of it from Health, Wealth, Life, which I'm talking about, the 24 principles from Health, Wealth, my book, is all about lifestyle, and there's a lot about mindset. So how do we actually adjust that mindset? And that's a little meditation that you could do. Rose, good to see you. It's just have some focus on your heart, put your hand on your heart, and just do that for 2 minutes, and that will actually focus your brain and your mind, and you can actually get rid of some internal conflicts that are going on that you might have going on around things. So I'm going to crush this down into that 4-minute period again for you. So it's really short, really sweet, and you can watch it and get on with your day and actually give you something of value. So how do I uplift my internal vibe? Because if we can do this through periods of time in our life, Jim Rohn said that life is a series of experience, one after the other. So if we can make one better, this one better, this one better, we'll look back and say, hey, the last 5 were really good. If we did that with every experience in our day, we'd look back and say that was an amazing day, right? You're with me. So what do? I wake up and I smile. Next thing I do is I brain train. Look at that video if you haven't watched that one yet. I made a whole video. It's about 22 minutes long. Check that out, and I talk about what that means in meditation. I use affirmations, so I speak out what I want to do. I write them down. Also, I write down my goals. I speak my goals out loud. I learn something new. That's the next thing I do. I'm learning, I'm listening, I'm always learning something new. I think if you're not growing, you're dying. That's what it feels like to me anyway. So every day I must be learning something new. In this video, you might learn something new and that you can take forward and actually has an impact, a positive impact on your life. And that's what this is all about. And then I share that. Whatever it is that I've learned, I'll share that insight, I'll share that exercise, I'll share that technique, that technology with you. And hopefully you catch these every day. I've trained my physical body because we know that can make us feel good. That can definitely uplift our internal vibe, and the science of that is the endorphins, and we actually get blood flowing and so on. That's an obvious one. I eat quality food. I make sure I eat really well, and I share quality food tips with you all day long. The big thing at the moment is taking in really good fats, quality fats. What should they be? They should be butter, ghee, coconut oil, olive oil, or nuts and seeds. If you're not aggravated by any of those, you might miss the dairy, you might miss the nuts and seeds, so cut it down to the other lot. So next thing is I drink healthy things, enough water. I actually put essential oils in my water of lemon and lime. Absolutely amazing. Try this out. If you want a link with their type of essential oils, I can give you a link to a good friend of mine. And I also drink healthy coffee, and that's got superfood mixed in with it. I use my affirmations again. I repeat them later in the day just to run them through my brain, and I do them all the way through the day if I need to. So I have certain things that I want to say through the day, because if you're thinking about one thing, you can't think about the other. If you're thinking about something positive, the negative can't get in. If you turn on the light, the darkness disappears. It's a way you can't think negative and positive at the same time. So if you're creating a positive experience one after the other, if you create 10 in a row, you've just created maybe 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe an hour of positive experience. You'll look back and say, wow, that was amazing. All right, you're with me. So then I share what I've learned that day. It might be an insight from myself, it might be a technique that I've picked up, and I share it. And that's what I suggest you should do with someone you love, your friend, a colleague, or make a video yourself and share it with me. I'm happy to hear it, absolutely. So I'd like to share with you some amazing information this weekend. It's this Saturday. I'll share the link in this group. Join me for a complimentary ticket, and I'll spend an hour and a half of actually giving the most amount of value that I can give to you in an hour and a half, and a team that I'm working with, amazing people, and I promise you it'll be worth coming along. It's in Russell Square from 10 till 12 this Saturday. I'll post the link. Register now before all the tickets go and there's no more space left. I don't want you to miss out. Okay, have an amazing rest of the day. How do you uplift your internal vibe? I've just given you 7 steps to do that. Watch through the video and do me one last favor. Pop a comment in of a summary of what you got from this video. And I'll see you tomorrow at 3:30 tomorrow, nice and early. Have an amazing rest of the day. What a beautiful day. Enjoy yourselves.